Washington, the families of these men asked Congress to halt all trade with the Soviet Union until the Soviet Union pressures Hanoi into accounting for the MIAs. Scott Albright, Executive Director of the National League of Families of American Prisoners and Missing in Southeast Asia, testified today before the Senate Foreign Relations Committee.
The brutal fact is that 1 year and a day has passed. No accounting has been made. The families of these men remain suspended in limbo, still not knowing. The passage of time decreases the chances that men remain alive. And after those reports of torture that are returned prisoners of war related, the families try not to dwell on what may be happening at this very moment as we sit here to those who may be yet in enemy hands. Frankly, we don't know what the answer is. We don't know what next step must be taken to untangle the mess the Paris Agreement has produced. But we do know this. Our government leaders, and this includes members of the Congress, are under moral obligation to give our people the unvarnished facts about our missing men. We did not get back all the prisoners of war. We have not gotten back any of our dead, and the efforts to account for our missing have all but been shelved.
Dave, we got more rain today. What's the story on the rivers?
Not going to affect the rivers too much. We had less than an inch of rain, and most of it fell to the south, more of it from our area south. So we have continual falling. Let me give you a rundown. I won't pick out the rivers. You pick out the river that goes by your hometown, okay? Hudsonville is 25.2 and falling. At Riverton, it's 21.1 or 22.1 with a slow rise. At Newberry, it's 15.9 and falling. At Petersburg, 22 feet and falling. Spencer, 10 feet and falling. Oh, I beg your pardon. That's 10 inches of rain. 1/10 of an inch of rain. 15.8 and falling at Spencer. A slight rise. Let's do it again for Spencer. 15.8 and slow rise. At St. Marie, Illinois, it's at 19.7 and falling. At Vincennes, it's 23.9 on a slow rise. Edwardsport is 20.6 and falling. At Covington, it's 20.9 and falling. We were at 20 feet at 0.9 and falling. At Hazleton, it's 23 feet on a slow rise. At Montezuma, at 23.8 and falling. At Elliston, 22.2 and falling. I'm sorry they're confusing, but they come into us a lot of them. I'm trying to give them to you in a hurry. I'll tell you the story on the rest of the weather after this message.
Introducing the 3-spoon test.
Can you tell me what's in these 3 spoons?
Yeah, coffee.
Which one would you pick as the richest looking coffee?
The one in the middle, the darkest.
Why?
It's got shiny things in it like crystal.
You picked Folger's coffee crystals because of the way it looked, but the important thing is the taste, right?
Does it taste as rich as it looks?
It tastes as rich as it looks.
Folger's crystals. It tastes as rich as it looks.
The weather is tapering off with the precipitation very, very, very light, just a slight mist. There could be some fog tonight, so anticipate this and drive with care. Clearing by tomorrow afternoon, and then we should have in through Thursday fairly decent weather with maybe precipitation by late Thursday, as this system that's now located in the northern portion of the country will slowly work its way across the central areas into our Wabash Valley. A low that's now in northern Pennsylvania with a little warm front out the Atlantic has a front down through Alabama, touching in Louisiana. They've had heavy thunderstorms today from Virginia down through the western portion of Alabama, with heavy tornado activity in northeastern Alabama, northeastern Georgia, and there's been just property damage, which is not to be dismissed lightly, but no injuries. And then this also occurred up through West Virginia. The rain showers occurring as far as the east coast, and this will work its way into the Atlantic by within the next 36 hours. This low pressure system could create snow and rain in the northeastern portion of the United States as a result of bringing moisture into the cold air. Again, this particular frontal action will drop down to the central portion, bringing with it cooler air, so we could have precipitation late Thursday into Friday with cooler temperatures for the weekend. The low that's located in Montana is expected to move across the northern tier states. That will remain to be seen. A high that's in the Four Corners, bringing cooler air across the southern quadrant. A system moving into the northwest has rain showers with it, and there will be snow in the higher elevations. We had temperatures today rather pleasant across the country, with highs of 80 in Miami, 82 at Jacksonville, Tampa, St. Petersburg, Orlando, was 76 in New Orleans, 65 in Birmingham, 68 in Atlanta, 75 in Charleston, 71 in Raleigh, North Carolina, 62 in Washington, D.C. It was 54 in New York City, 50 in Portland, Maine, 44 in Cleveland, 28 Sault Ste. Marie, 30 was a high in Milwaukee, 25 in Duluth, 29 in Bismarck, 40 in North Platte, 41 in Des Moines, in Omaha, and it was 42 in Des Moines, 47 in Kansas City, 58 in Little Rock, 57 in the Fort Worth, Dallas area, a warmer 68 in San Antonio, it's 53 in El Paso, 45 in Denver and Great Falls, it was 64 in Phoenix, 67 in Los Angeles, 55 in San Francisco, 78 in Honolulu, 51 in Portland, 45 in Seattle, and a cold 12 in Anchorage. That's the story nationally. I'll be back with the local information after this message.
There's no better auto for your dollar than the '74 Dart from Dodge. The Dart doesn't cost very much to run. It's inexpensive with a touch of the lavish. It's small, but not too small. And the Dart's a great car for growing families. The Dart has economy, room, and dependability. Right on target are the 50 or so Dodge Darts at Vigo Dodge. Experience your favorite and test drive it from John Huckett's Vigo Dodge, US 41 South, across from the fairgrounds, where you can always buy for less.
35 degrees is the present temperature in Terre Haute area, and around the two-state where we have overcast skies, we have a 37 for a high today, and the low last night was 32. The present humidity is 90%. Barometric pressure sea level is 30.03. We had 47/100ths of an inch of precipitation officially recorded in the last 24 hours, and the river's at 20.9 and falling. The winds in the Terre Haute area are out of the northwest at 8 miles per hour, and we had a 31 in Chicago, 29 in Peoria, 32 in Quincy, 36 in St. Louis, 34 in Springfield, 31 in Champaign, 33 Vandalia, Effingham area, 44 in Evansville, 37 Vincennes, 43 in Louisville, 39 in Cincinnati, 35 in Indianapolis, 33 in Lafayette, 34 South Bend, Fort Wayne, 33. And here is the forecast. Cloudy with light rain ending.